Hey, welcome back to another episode of Murderhobos Anonymous. After our July 4th break, we are playing some 5th edition D&D here at the Playmore Game Store in Gaithersburg, Maryland. Thanks for joining us for our 26th episode into Tomb of Annihilation. Before we get started, just want to go through some credits here. The music that you heard during the intro and you'll hear during the game is from Pretzel.rocks, a streaming service for YouTube creators and live streamers. There, brought that back. The background effects that you're going to hear are from tabletopaudio.com, and battle effects like that one and that one. They're really delayed. Are from battlebards.com. So, anyone remember what we did 2 weeks ago?
We got trapped in a fan room.
Yep.
Now we have to get out.
There was a really fun fan. That was the best.
Yeah, it's the most fun I've ever had.
Oh, and Jordan, you're not on headphones, are you?
You're in
What?
headphones.
I'm trying to figure out what I just did with my phone.
One of them.
Oh, God.
Oh, you're so rad.
It's so loud.
Oh, there we go. Wrong one.
Everything's loud forever.
Oh, maybe I didn't have it in the wrong order. What? I'm confused. Why are you on channel 3?
I'm always confused.
Well, wasn't it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6?
Yes, and you're not on 6 or 7, which would make Celeste
5.
this one.
1, 2.
I don't know. Yes.
There you are.
Yeah,
That's,
5.
that's you. So that's Jordan, and that's okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I almost got disintegrated inside of a chest.
That was fun.
Yeah, that was a thing that happened.
I lost all my weapons except for Bob. That's okay. They weren't important.
Yeah.
I don't need to be able to do ranged attacks.
Nope.
No, that's what the warlocks are for.
All of them.
All the warlocks.
All of the warlocks. I got Bob and I got Claws.
Yeah, I'm using a new audio setup, so I'm gonna be tweaking like crazy. Yeah, you guys had explored more of the Rotten Halls, the first level. Oh yeah, look at all that blood. It's still on the map.
Only that blood, though, not where Maurice died.
No, I think I removed those. I updated the extension a little bit, so now when Maurice dies, it drops different blood. So.
Is this a squiggle? Oh, there
It's just different. So, and then if he dies again, and then okay,
Ooh.
some
He's
of them
dying
don't.
so much.
Some of them don't scale very well, but you know.
So
Did
we're
we
walking
actually manage to disable the trap?
No.
It's a danger trap. Hopefully, it just...
Well, we know it has startup, so if we just all run one at a time, we'll be fine.
No, it starts up really quick. It just slows down slowly. Wasn't that it?
I thought it also had a slow.
Yeah, it had a slow start.
Oh, the propeller.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I
yeah.
thought it was fast.
The wind tunnel. It takes 1 round to spin up to full speed.
So
So if we dash through it,
yeah, one at a time, let it
one
stop.
at a time, let it stop.
Yeah.
Wait a
Yeah,
minute.
and because the pressure plate's on the south side of the propeller,
Right. It won't
You
start
can
until we're past
step through it, and yeah. So if you want to do that, we'll
Yep.
just say that that's what you
Do we
did.
want to rest though?
Yeah, I think you were planning on resting.
discussing
or-
a
I don't know if we did rest, but I do have all my health points. So
I have
wait, no,
most
I
of my
had most of mine.
spells,
I
so
probably just got healed by something.
Yeah, I think I healed you. I think I healed us all because that was painful. It was a terrible experience.
What do I have?
I'm down 10 HP, but I have most of my spells, so I'm
Jordan, which
technically
one
good.
are you plugged into? The farthest one over? Oh, this is. I think that's the channel that got flipped. Okay, because I think they're backwards on here. That's okay. As long as I know that.
I'm out of spells, but that's okay. It's not the most important thing in the world.
Yeah, you don't need spells.
I mean, I think all thing at this point we do is go down to the second level.
Yay!
Yeah.
Yeah, unless there's something else we wanted to explore up
He's
here.
like, "Can you
was there
eat-"
anybody that we went on the first floor that we were like, no, let's not deal with that. That we wanted to deal with before we went down.
I think there actually is one area in the room that where all the blood was. I don't think we went right. down the secret passage.
Oh,
Down
yeah.
the river.
No, yeah, you didn't make it the rest of the way. I think you saw that there was a river there, but
Yeah,
you did,
there.
you
So-
did not
Do
continue.
we want to check that before we go down?
Well, we're not going to check it, but the bat's going to fly down there. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. There isn't a connecting section here.
Yeah. So, but I'm saying when we all got out the fan, we walked back to that.
Alright, so we all go out of the fan.
Didn't that have like the chompy?
Well, yeah. Oh, yeah. We can just go to the grate though.
We have to go all the way around.
That's a long way.
Oh, so we're just gonna get out of the room?
Well, I think that shrine is cleared out completely because you killed the flaming skull that was in there.
So it's not chompy anymore. The door.
Oh yeah, no, the door is chompy
So-
chompy.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying. We would
that's
have to go
what-
back to the grate, go down that way to come around.
Yeah.
Or
And if I remember correctly, we left it primed so that the next
Yeah,
thing that went through it would
there's
chomp.
this area over here with the
The grate.
the steam. Whoa, that was weird. You're okay. Just interesting things with tokens. That's really weird. Probably related to the layer extension I'm using. That was very strange.
We're just flying around.
It's actually not doing it on my screen. Weird.
But yeah. Just to run it, we go back to the grate. The bat flies.
Okay.
Well, we go down because we know all the way till we get to the stairs, and then we send the bat the rest of the way. Because we had to meet you there before, right? So we know we've traveled this to meet you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
That's fine. We'll just skip to here.
and then we send the bat down.
Are we ever gonna go fiddle with that chest?
What chest?
Yeah,
Later.
one at the other end of the river.
When we get the key for it, yeah.
Oh, I thought we had a key.
But
you
it doesn't
did,
match the
you
shape.
did get
It's a
a
skull.
skeleton key, yeah.
I thought it was a skull.
Yeah, but that was
Oh,
actually a
it was,
skull.
It was a skeleton
Oh.
that was a key.
Okay.
Its head was a key.
All right. Do you want to go mess with it?
We
I
can do
don't.
that after we check out.
Okay. Well, it's what Mage's hands.
Because it looks like a trap. It looks. I mean, it's what it is.
I thought it required several skull keys. Was it
No, I
just
think it
one?
was just one.
Yeah, it
Oh.
was just one shape as a skull.
Okay, we can go to our doom a little later.
I think our doom's more down this.
Then we'll
little
go to our
windy
doom.
water.
Then we'll go to our doom now. It all works.
What could be worse thing down there? A dragon turtle, a kraken.
Kraken.
Kraken turtle.
This is where the Kraken comes in its spare time.
All right. So moving forward with the bat. Let's clear out this area here.
That looks deadly.
But there's a chest.
The underground river plunges down into a dark rocky chasm. Cold air swirls up from below like the breath of some monstrous creature. Through the gloom, you spot an ornate treasure chest resting on a ledge opposite.
If my bat goes up to it, can it spot like the keyhole? Does it look like a skull shape, or is that a normal keyhole?
Yeah, you can fly over to it, and it looks like there isn't a lock on it.
That's a trap.
Can the bat open it?
Can the bat open
I
it?
doubt it.
Do it. I believe in you.
Bat can.
The bat attempts to open it with his 8th strength.
I believe in him.
Okay, so he's gonna like fly up and try to pick it up.
Some Fern Gully stuff.
That's fine.
Oh, go wait. Hold. Shh. Okay, we're fine. Yeah.
The bat's about to cause like a water flood
That's
or
what I'm
something.
saying. Yeah.
We're about to get washed down.
Yeah.
You can climb up the. That's like a ladder or something, right?
Yeah, we're on the stairs.
Yeah,
we're
we're
totally
upstairs.
on the stairs.
We're
Yep.
definitely on those stairs.
We're definitely on the stairs.
Okay, so you're like up here
We're-
cowering
We're
like
so safe
children.
on the stairs.
Because
Everybody
we
is
think that
super
there's going to be a
paranoid.
monster flood.
I don't know why you guys are so paranoid. I mean,
It's probably just an Oasis mimic.
So, I blame the trickster god in Jordan.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's making us all be safe.
he's very worried.
Oh.
Yes,
Yeah.
I knew it.
so
The back disappears, most likely.
yeah, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and you don't even need to roll for initiative unless you run in there, and the mimic will automatically grapple the bat because that's what happens when you touch a mimic. Huge or smaller creature, automatically grappled, and it will bite it.
Roll to attack.
Gonna find this meal very
Oh,
unsatisfying.
what's the AC? Because I don't actually have a token to roll on.
Probably like,
Horrible.
Is it higher than a 19?
yes.
No.
The Batcast Super Shield.
Greater shield.
Super Shield.
9 points of bite damage
Yep, it's gone.
in the form of piercing.
Yep. AC 12.
So it goes poof. And your sight darkens, and you don't know what's in there. Well, I mean, pretty sure
he
you know
knows.
what's in there.
You don't know what it's doing now. It
You
could-
hear a chomping and then slurping noise, and then a burp.
How would it burp?
And then
Didn't
it's
eat
silent.
anything.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, all that air that it swallowed.
Now we can take a rest.
Aw. We
A
could-
nice
Oh, I remember
long
what it
rest.
was. I need to attune to that mace. That's what it is.
we
We
haven't-
want to. I mean, we're gonna find more things, so we don't need to rest on that account.
Well, so are we going down to the chest now?
Yeah.
Why?
X this thing. This creation.
Oh wait, the skull chest?
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
The other side of the river.
Yep.
Yeah,
Do you
we
wanna-
gotta go
do we
back
wanna- do
there
we wanna
in
kill
order
that
to
thing?
get through.
Or just leave it where it
It's
is.
a
We're just gonna
mimic.
leave it.
I'm gonna
It's
leave it.
fine.
I mean,
just
all we have to
hang
do
out.
is stand on the other end of the waterfall and just shoot it.
Actually, the only thing we probably have to do is throw the rope, and then it chomps, and we just yank it off.
Yeah.
That would be mean.
Wee.
But we don't know where that leads, though. We might have to go down wherever that is later.
Like, wow, there's a chest down here.
Yeah.
Why is it bleeding?
Maybe we just leave it alone.
Yeah, you can hang out.
I don't think it has a climb speed.
The bartender laughs, the party laughs, the table laughs, we kill the table.
Yeah.
Sounds good. So you're headed over to
Our death.
We going down?
weird token things. So you're headed over to here.
Yes.
Okay. Move you way over there.
And then from afar, we mage hand.
Well, no, we're gonna look and do some investigation first.
Yeah.
From afar.
We got up to it before nothing happened.
Yeah, we went up to it
Did we
before.
go up to it?
Before
we
before
read-
you
we
can do
read
it
an
from
inscription
afar,
on
you
it.
do have to find afar.
Well, we've been here, we've held our breath. We know.
Oh, and the gassy chamber
Oh, yeah,
is gassy again.
Yeah, but it's
Because the door is gonna open and explode it.
Yeah,
we know.
the gas pocket. Yeah,
Yeah.
it seems to have regenerated itself
That's all.
slowly over
like
time.
petroleum or whatever. We don't need it.
It's fine.
So to remind you of this area, water pours from cracks and seams in the rough walls of this cavern, whose floor is a muddy pool that flushes out into the tunnel beyond. Just above the pool's surface, a large treasure chest dangles from rusty chains embedded in the ceiling. The chest is 6 feet long, 3 feet wide, and 3 feet high, and is suspended 1 foot above the surface of the 5 foot deep pool.
And it reads something about you have to be the greatest thief.
Yeah, a keyhole shaped like a cackling demon skull decorates the front of the lid. Encircling the keyhole, a tiny inscription in common reads, "I devour all but the greatest thieves."
Right. So I look at our skeleton key. Does it look like a cackling demon head?
Nope.
Then let's go back. Let's go to the second floor.
But
What?
It doesn't match.
wait,
What?
so is it a skull we have to put in there, or is it?
Or it might want you to pick it because it has a thing that taunts thieves. But I'm not picking it.
Not a thief.
Does our head have a specific shape, or is it literally just a skeleton head?
It's a key that is attached to a skeleton skull.
I don't know.
So
Yeah.
the key could go in there, and the skull can go in there.
No.
How will you know if you don't try?
Yeah, you want to try? We'll all go back to the entrance. Okay, so I thought.
But treasure could be in there.
Could be.
Can I do some sort of investigation and see our skull and that doesn't match?
Doesn't match.
Thank you. All right. So second floor. We're going to our death. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I need treasure when I die.
No, you don't. I'm pretty sure.
Spoken like a true dragon.
Yeah, aren't you supposed to be a coward right now because of the thing inside of you?
Yeah.
That's why I'm trying to get you to do it.
Nah.
Well,
You're a coward, but you're still a greedy coward.
Exactly.
I just can't lie. So no.
he doesn't lie a whole lot anyway, though.
Facts.
He's lied.
No. I've been sarcastic, truthful, but I don't really lie.
Sarcastic, truthful.
Trustworthy.
That's his alignment.
What's everyone's passive perception?
Numbers.
16?
14.
I think 14 as well.
Okay. Everyone just roll a perception check for me, just to cover something I forgot to do last time.
19.
11.
12.
Okay, well that covers that. Yeah, so you're heading down to Goblin Town.
I wonder if there's anything behind that waterfall. There's always stuff behind waterfalls in Avengers.
He said it was a tunnel, though.
Yeah, sir.
The other side of the river, it was a chasm that just went down into darkness.
Oh no, back where the chest was, like you said, there was a water point. I'm wondering if there was.
It was just out of the wall,
okay.
like cracks and seams in the wall.
We should have spammed Shadowrun it. That would have ended well.
Probably.
That's what a great thief would do.
Are we going down here without a familiar to search for us?
We don't have any great
Yeah.
thieves. We have passive
wait,
thieves.
I can just cast a familiar spell as an actual first level spell, right?
We just
Yes.
have people who used to be criminals.
Okay, cool. The bat reappears.
Wait, how many of us used to be criminals?
Well, sort of.
Are mercenaries criminals? Mercenaries are probably criminals.
Sometimes they can be
Depends
criminals.
what they're doing. Like, you can be lawful and a mercenary.
I don't think Peepo is very lawful.
I'm gonna check for traps on each and every one of these stairs as we go down, cause you know.
We use Sullivan to check for those traps.
All right.
Just push them down.
Yeah, let's keep an eye out for traps and secret doors, because we found a few connected to the tombs here, so we should anticipate a continuation of that theme between traps and secret doors.
Also need the plaque that you saw on the second floor from all the way up here, so we don't get confused again.
I saw
yeah.
it from all the way up here on top of it.
Hey, maybe you can see the third floor while we're
That
up
was a
here.
crit perception.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have like a secret arcane eye. Don't tell anybody about it.
That's not how this
Except for
spell
now.
works.
What? Arcane eye. You can send it ahead to look. I know how arcane eye works.
I thought you were actually saying you had like an arcane eye.
I thought you also had an eye.
No.
All right.
Like it's on my elbow. It's weird.
Well,
I'm talking
that's
about-
really big.
It's on my big toe.
So you head down the
It doesn't
stairs.
really helpful,
Different
but
straps.
I take my shoes off. Real nice.
See all the grass? All the little bugs.
Oh yeah. Got that really nice high definition.
These are really big.
I'm apparently also a criminal with my disguise and thieves' school proficiency.
Nice.
Good criminal.
I'm the only good one out of all of us.
mean,
You're not allowed to tell lies.
I was only posing as a criminal.
And I didn't lie.
But sometimes when you pose as a criminal, you have to do criminal things to blend in.
Was it
Why
great?
did you pose as
Oh.
a criminal?
Oh,
It's just my background.
I probably was. It was a
It's a spy variant of criminal.
tribal marauder.
Yeah,
probably
you
not.
probably murdered some people.
Oh yeah. I'm better now though.
Uh-huh.
I got better.
I got better at killing people.
Yeah, now
trader.
it's not bad anymore. I only kill people who probably deserve it.
I was an urchin. I just steal stuff. It's all mine.
I steal stuff after people are dead.
Okay.
Because
me
you
show you this
murdered them
map.
to get their stuff.
Yeah.
I'm just a clan crafter. That's all I ever did.
Map maker.
Not mega.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, stuff
Darkness.
broke.
Stuff broke.
Doug did it.
Just going
Doug.
to,
Ooh, unidentified map.
yeah.
Slash
I don't know if I
image.
can- Yeah, it's another feature of that extension is that I can make things unidentified. So like monster names and NPCs won't show up.
But it's the map of deception.
Is it?
It briefly appeared for like a second.
I know, I turned it on and off. I don't know why this map isn't loading. It's weird.
It's Doug's fault.
Problem.
Yeah,
Doug, why
probably.
do you
What did you do, Doug?
Reload image.
Well, we get to clear the second floor, get all the items in the XP. Let's hit to the third.
Alright, let me try sharing it again.
Also hiding the map? That would be weird. Up there.
There we go. That was weird. So you're down another level here. There are passageways
Can we
to
have
the
the
north.
second warning?
Do find a second warning once I look where it is.
It looks like it's right there.
People, make that left and walk
Oh
down and see what
yeah,
happens.
what do you know? It's on the map.
You have a bat again. Why don't you just use the bat?
You're closer.
The bat could be closer.
Could be, but is it?
True. You can look down.
We can't lie. Of course it's true.
He can lie. It's that there's a spirit in his head going, "Hey, don't be telling untruths."
Yeah. Yeah, Doug. Sullivan. Duggovan.
Alright, a Serax second warning. The ring is a path to another tomb. The dead abhor sunlight. Only a jewel can tame the frog. Bow as the dead god intoned. Into darkness descend.
Didn't we find a ring on the outside that led us to the door?
Yeah, it's mine.
Oh, okay,
No,
but is it
wasn't a
leading
ring.
you?
It wasn't a ring. It was an amulet.
Okay.
Oh. No, I'm wearing a ring.
He is wearing a ring.
It probably burns because it made of metal, but
It's not made. It's not armor.
It's a ring of protection.
The bat flies down the closest hallway.
I'm allergic to whatever metal it is.
Alright,
Just like coating some clear nail polish. You'll be fine.
that
Magic,
flies
though.
down this hallway.
It's not some chintzy piece of copper crap.
It could be.
Yeah, it could be
But it's
magic.
magic. But the magic will make it so it's not.
Okay.
Magical metal still destroys druids.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
That seems dangerous.
Oh god, the bat like freezes in horror.
The walls and floor of this 15-foot square room are cracked and carved with images of terrified humanoids falling. Set into the middle of the floor is a stone bas-relief of a bearded devil face, painted green. Forlorn cries echo from the black void of its gaping maw.
Great.
Is it supposed to be frog because it's green? It's definitely not a frog.
devil.
It's a
Face.
devil face.
Are you sure? Because that's what the
It's
frog
like-
looked like.
That's
That is,
frog
that is what a frog looked like. It looked like a face.
Yeah, but that face was like funnier. This
That's
is definitely double.
Asrax theming. His interior decorator, whoever that is, really likes devil faces.
So you said there's a valve or something?
There's just set in the middle of the floor is a stone bas-relief of a bearded devil face, painted green. So it's not like protruding, it's just
on the floor.
on the floor. It looks like that.
And there's a hole
And
where his mouth
forlorn
is.
cries echo from the black void of its gaping maw.
Yeah.
The dead abhor sunlight, right? There are probably dead people in there.
There you go. You heard a forlorn cry. Wow, that's really slow.
Okay, the bat comes back and checks out the other hallway.
Yeah, I don't trust that way.
Yeah, we'll save that one for later.
Okay.
Last time there was a gaping devil face with darkness in the mouth.
There was a
There
shadow
there was a shadow demon in darkness and silence. So it could be something similar going on here.
It also looks like the floor, there's falling people, so that floor is going to give out.
Yeah, I don't trust the floor itself.
Yeah, your bat, if you look down the hole, could not see past. It's as though perhaps it was filled with,
Magical darkness.
perhaps. You'd have to use your detect magic to determine it.
The bat can see via echolocation.
It's true.
Yeah, I think its blind sense is like 10 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is very small.
All right. So this hallway extends to a four-way intersection.
No, the people don't know how to use stop signs.
Back on get one over.
Okay. That's interesting. At a four-way intersection, the corridors to north and south curve upward and out of sight, but with no rails or steps to allow them to be climbed. The corpse of a half-human, half-goat creature in robes sprawls 10 feet to the north. It grips a staff tipped with a bronze goat's head. Bronze goat's head.
A goat on top or bottom, or like split down the
Like
middle.
it's a satyr or is it a...
Like
Uh,
the right half is
half human, half goat. And that picture is not very helpful.
Now you gotta draw a picture of this as how you would imagine it, like you did with the snake.
Ooh. Okay, what about if it's right and left half?
There you go.
That could be fun.
What about dead ahead?
What happens with its nose?
That's a good question.
Draw it and find out.
I can't draw a goat. I need a picture.
You have a phone.
Use your imagination. What do you think the goats look like?
I know they have weird eyes.
Half man, half goat.
They have
You
like
have weird eyes.
Look at it. Let's look up a satyr.
they have weird eyes.
Yeah, it's a satyr. You'll be fine.
Like my stick works almost. I need a new one.
Continuing on through the corridor, you see it opens up into a large room.
Is there a goat god?
No.
What the hell is this goat person?
Was there any more hallways out by the start? Let's get our options, right?
There was also a door here.
Nah.
Let's
So untrustworthy.
maybe we should head towards the corpse and investigate.
Yeah.
You gonna head to the corpse?
Yeah,
or-
but while we're walking there, the bat wants to go up one of the directions that doesn't look climbable to make sure there's no like giant Indiana boulders.
No, the ramps.
But as I'm saying, they're not climbable, so the bat can fly though,
Right.
and that's why nothing rolls down them to crush us.
Maybe we should take a look and see what else is there, because the bat. I mean, yeah.
Well, I'm gonna say he's just gonna pick one and go while we're walking to the corpse. Yeah.
Just don't want you to lose your bat again. That's all.
So when your bat starts flying to the north,
Mosquitoes.
it's pulled down onto the floor,
Ooh, anti-gravity.
and
No, extreme gravity.
it's not like crushing, but it's like holding it onto the floor, and it can still walk.
It makes it so you can actually walk up the. That's why there's no rails, so you can just walk up the thing.
Yeah, if you allow your bat to continue on the floor, yeah, it's able to make it up to the goat person. Hey, Lagger 3333, welcome back. Yeah, it's walking up along the curve of the hallway.
Okay.
It'd be weird for the bat because it's like
Yeah.
this.
Shuffle, they climb. It has a climb speed.
How slow is it, though?
Like 10. Yep.
Do you see any obvious things that like would fall on us?
Yeah, are there any traps? I think the bat's passive is like a 10, unfortunately.
Oh god, one of his hands is hooves.
Yep. I said it's right and left.
This might be a scenario also. There's clearly some magic going on with this gravity, so detect magic might actually be a good idea.
Well, the Detect Magic should be up from last time.
Are you walking over to the corridor to use your detect magic?
Carefully, keeping an eye for traps on the floor
Yep. Don't see anything on the floor.
and on the walls.
In the ceiling.
The hallway has an aura of transmutation magic within the corridor. Remind me of your spirit inhabitants.
Sloth.
The names. Do you remember?
Sloth. Main sloth.
I have the one that can't lie. Shit.
The Papa
you have
Do either of you have
Yeah,
Papa
Moa.
Zottle or Shagambi?
And you have oh god, what's the name?
It's not.
Starts with an O, I think. Obalaka.
Okay.
That's it.
Yeah, Obalaka Moa. And I have Wongo's item, but I didn't. I don't have his spirit.
Okay.
And I don't have anything yet.
Maybe you can be next.
Okay, it has to be a cool item though.
Yeah.
Nothing that's gonna give you like gangrene.
Yeah.
Does the staff radiate anything?
The staff. Does have magical radiation
Can I tell what's
coming
cool?
from it. It looks to be a magical staff of some sort.
I mage hand it over.
Okay.
Time for my second.
Do you see any like traps, obvious things?
He hasn't
There's
told me to roll anything yet.
there's also a journal on the goat creature.
I'll walk up to the corpse and rifle through it.
Okay.
What's with mage hands for? What are you doing?
I'm gonna be bold.
There.
Empty
You
spells.
see you see that he was killed by wounds from axes and crossbow bolts. He has ink-stained robes that contains a journal, as well as other belongings.
I'll go through it all.
All right, you find an ink pot that never runs dry,
Hey Sullivan,
worth 100 gold,
map maker.
Map maker would love that.
and a spell book.
Oh, hey, wizard. Nope.
don't have a-
Okay.
No, wizards aren't real.
Can I look through his journal?
Yeah, and here, let me put this up so you can decide whether you want those spells.
I mean,
They're
we
wizard
can't-
there's no
spells.
reason not to take the spell book. Somebody will buy it.
Yeah.
It
Can
probably
we
has
spell
it has a gold equivalent, I'm sure.
There's the staff, and then
There's a lot of rituals. in there.
spellbook, ink pot, staff,
Good for,
and
good
the
for a
journal.
tome lock.
I'm not sure what that was.
I mean, I'll take the journal and the spell book. And if somebody wants it, they can have the spell book later.
The third level's a nice
So if you read the journal, it appears to be the
Dead.
exploits of the Company of the Yellow Banner in Cholt.
We ran into their camp, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. It was destroyed.
Kind of leafing
Makes
through
kind of
it,
a weird fusion.
tells that they made landfall at Kitcher's Inlet following the river Oolong to Lake Luau before cutting southwest to the jungle toward Omu. Describes harrowing encounters, the adventurers' search for puzzle cubes, their brushes with the Yuan-Ti, and the discovery of the true tomb entrance.
This all sounds real familiar, guys.
It does sound a little familiar.
It also mentions the name of whose journal this is, Devlin.
Devlin?
Yes, Devlin.
So here.
A Kalashite wizard. And the final entry is this.
It's going to be the reported one. Oh, God.
Somebody want to read it?
To those who find this, know that I, Devlin Bashir, am the last surviving member of the Company of the Yellow Banner. The warlord
Rosnisi.
Rosnisi stripped us of our weapons and threw us in here in order of his master, Sarah. I can only imagine our souls are to be fed to his phylactery. Alas, it seems he has won. Our company was separated after the incident with the four-armed gargoyle. The Tomb's guardians tore Seward to pieces.
Oh, poor Seward.
Seward.
And with him, we lost the Starfallen.
How's the star?
Starfallen.
The quest was a failure. Even if we found the eye, the elf princess was gone. My friends wouldn't have lasted long without their weapons, especially with a doppelganger in our midst. Oh shit. As Seth suspected. Of course, I kept my staff now. I haven't. I'm sure Brixton would have seen some humor in that. Gentle reader, let a dying man offer you one piece of advice. The Sarak is a trickster who desires nothing but your soul. His riddles may help you, but in the end, his final secret always leads to your doom. Timora, save us all. So his final secret always leads. So don't trust his final one.
Into darkness descend.
So
That,
don't.
that room is scary.
Yeah.
And the darkness in the mouth.
But maybe we shouldn't go into darkness. There, I made a front for it.
Oh God.
I don't have identify because I'm a sorcerer warlock.
So
I
I'll
can't identify the stuff.
You could attune to it.
walk
That
back.
takes-
I'll walk back and hand him the ink pot.
Do we know what kind of staff it is?
I would have to
What
attune
kind
to it.
of
We would have to rest.
Oh. Yeah.
Maybe we should do another tomb first. Get a hold of an item that also requires attunement.
Yeah, because I have 2 items right now that I have to attune
Here,
to.
Well, I'm pretty sure you're attuned to the staff automatically once the spirit inhabits you.
oops. Because I can hide the names now, I can show you what it looks like without revealing what it is, I hope. Yep,
Unidentified magic.
Stuff with the
magic item.
Pretty nasty.
My guess is the staff of the woodlands, but I don't know.
The staff of the woodlands, you can't attune to it.
I know. We'll find out.
It seems like anyone can attune to this. But it does require attunement.
But the guy was using it, so seemed like it was okay.
The bats. Do we want to go up and down, or do we just want to see what's in the big room?
I don't know if we want to go. Now that I'm in this room, like where do these ramps go?
They continue up out of sight. You're not sure.
And if I looked directly up, what do I see?
The corridor, it just sort of goes in a donut.
I mean, I'm tempted to let the bat go, but he only has a 10-foot climb speed. It's going to take him forever to...
Well,
why don't we look ahead and see what's ahead?
Yeah, is the gravity affecting this too?
No.
Okay, so then the bat can go into the larger room.
Yep.
bat flies into the large room and gets zapped by lasers.
That's fine. At least it's not... Would you like to be zapped by lasers?
No,
Okay.
I'm just saying. That's what's gonna happen.
I just don't trust this magic, because you identified transmutation magic in the room itself. Now, that could just be the effect that's keeping people on the floor, but it could also be something else. I just don't trust it.
I just wish we had sunlight. Oh god, it's chest.
That's it.
This room smells of wine. On the checkerboard marble floor, a gilded coffin sparkles in sunlight streaming down from the chamber's vaulted ceiling, which arches 12 feet overhead. 4 huge stone gargoyle heads, their mouth agape, protrude from the walls.
Well, those are gonna come alive.
Should we, like...
Are these just pillars?
Can we see what's on top of the tomb?
Yeah, those are just pillars.
Like what the symbolism is on the tomb?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Who's in there?
Yeah,
at least.
who's in there? Whose tomb is this?
Is it a frog? Do we need a jewel?
Do either of you have Kubazan or Moa?
I have
Moa.
You have Moa?
but I'm not in there yet.
Okay.
Oh god, so who's Moa's enemies?
I always hate check boxes, checkered floors.
Oh yeah, because...
in Death Trap dungeons.
of course.
What does it mean?
It means which one do you want to be, or because
The black squares are lava. I don't know. I'm just making
the
stuff
white
up.
squares could fall out underneath your view.
Yeah.
My first thought was that we're playing chess.
That,
The
I would be
Latin
okay.
alphabet,
I would be
Jehovah
okay with
begins with an
magical
I.
chess.
Wizard chess.
Yeah, wizard chess. I could deal with wizard chess. But as soon as I step in that room, shit's happening because it's apparently an enemy of Moa.
I mean, who has good perception? Why don't you go up to the entryway of the room and do a quick scan of the doorway and the floors right in front of us, so we don't step on anything or into anything.
Okay.
That way we don't go in the room, but we have
I'll stand at the edge of the room and look in.
Okay.
If the bat's able to fly over to the coffin, can it see who's on, depict the...
Yeah, it's just it's a coffin.
So, but nothing on it. Okay.
Nothing interesting about it.
how ornate is it? I'm sure you described it when you did
It's
it.
gilded,
Oh, it's gilded.
so it has gold inlay.
If the bat, lands on it, does it activate all the traps?
Nope.
So the bat's chilling there.
It's chilling
How did you
on.
describe the room again?
This room smells of wine.
It smells like wine.
Yep.
On a checkerboard marble floor, a gilded coffin sparkles in sunlight streaming down from the chamber's vault ceiling, which arches 12 feet overhead. 4
and the
huge
dead are
gargoyles.
Dead and before
Did you
sunlight.
need... Oh, I guess we can worry about that later.
Yeah, we don't
I'll put that down here. 4 huge stone gargoyle heads, 12 feet overhead, which are these,
Yep. The traps.
with their mouths agape, protrude from the wall.
Where's the sunlight coming from? We're on the second floor of this tomb.
It's moss stone. Moss globe.
Could be magical.
Ooh.
We have a natural 20 over here on a perception check. What's the modifier?
26, if I can keep and do it. For scary stuff.
For spooky stuff.
And if it's
As
all
long as you're
safe,
not,
I'm
as
going
long
to
as
tell
you're
people to
not,
walk
as long
in.
as you're not in the room, you should be okay.
Yeah. My spirit's like, whoa, whoa, what are we doing? I was like, we're stopping at the corner, spirit. What's happening?
Yeah, I mean, there's sunlight streaming from the ceiling, from somewhere up above.
People, it should be safe. You can go in.
As far as you can see, have you looked in the room with? Have any of you stepped inside of the room, or you're all crowding at the?
We're crowding at the entrance.
Crowding at the entrance like scared
We
sheep.
were letting Cathos
Okay, I'm
scout.
all the way at the end. Let's just push everyone in.
Okay.
That's fine. Cathos goes
Check.
first.
You can push yourself in.
Okay.
I want to go in. You're all in the way.
You're able to walk in the room, and nothing bad happens, as far as you can tell.
You see anything
As
bad in
far
here,
as we
Cathos?
can tell.
What's my god like? Oh shit. Because I have Moa. Great.
Oh, so yes, your spirit. Truthful Moa points out that this tomb doesn't match the symbolism of any of his godly companions.
This is a trap. We need to get out of here. This is not a thing.
Now, are you referring to the tomb that you are currently in, or the entire dungeon?
No, this individual room.
Because the second one might be more true.
Provided you actually communicate that to everybody.
Where's that voice coming from?
People, can you open the thing?
Oh god, what, really? You're not playing to your god.
I'm sending someone else to do it.
That could also
like,
explode and kill
When you look up, you see that the sunlight, and it
That's
does
cool.
appear to be actual sunlight, is generated by illusion magic.
So, but there's actually technically no sunlight though?
It is illusory sunlight, but it is sunlight.
Sunlight.
It is treated as sunlight.
Because if that goes
So
off...
if we had a kobold in the group, he'd be unhappy right now.
We
Drop.
if this symbolism here does not match any of the trickster gods, this may just be a straight up trap.
That's all fine.
The chest is gold. The room is fairly ornate. There's these gargoyle mouths all around.
And he mentioned a four-armed gargoyle.
Kathos kind of walks away from the gargoyle, back towards the entrance of the room.
It's 25 feet above you.
It's still scary.
Can the bat flap to their mouths? Does it look like something should be placed there, or is it like this complete darkness as well?
The gargoyle heads are 5 feet tall and 5 feet wide. The mouths are 2 feet in diameter. It's just stone behind the head.
Okay, but if it actually sticks its head into their mouth, there's no resting platform for something.
No, there's just stone behind the mouth.
All right, let's go. I don't want to be here.
I think we should. If this isn't a god's tomb, we shouldn't mess with it.
Your detect magic reveals an aura of abjuration magic around the coffin.
Yeah, I'm gonna back. Yeah, I'm just gonna be like that.
Abjuration is usually bad.
Yep.
Abjuration explodes.
Yep.
What?
You should open
Well,
it.
evocation. Would
Why
explode.
should I
Oh,
open it?
that's right. Evocation usually explodes. Abjuration is the warding and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait,
So
what's
it could be a
abjuration?
what is it? A shield ward, a spell of warding.
Yeah, a glyph of warding.
That's it.
Yeah.
Do I want to open it or not? Because I
No.
don't think I do.
No. All right,
I'm allowed to lie.
You are allowed to lie.
we leave Kathos to open up his thing while we all go explore
Do
elsewhere.
we want to try and find a secret door? Because I know these tombs. A lot of these tombs have had secret doors in them. So far, we've been in 3 tombs. 2 of them had secret doors inside.
Can I check the walls?
Yeah, we'll check the walls. Just
Looking around, you don't find anything that you can see. The devil. You can't get a very good close look at the devil faces as they are 25 feet in the air.
Right.
Other than your bat looking at them.
that's fine. The back and look,
It does.
and they're all the same.
They appear to be.
Do we have to knock off one of these devil's faces and go open that chest?
I mean, you mean the
The crackling demon.
the coffin?
No.
I just really want someone to open that coffin. It's not me.
Well, we're not
You
opening
don't want
it.
to.
So, unless you're opening it, it's not getting open and we're leaving.
It does look like it has a hinged lid.
See?
It seems real easy.
Because we're already
There's
leaving
there's
the
no obvious barriers to the getting into the coffin. Thus far, there's been something that's kept us from actually getting to the item or whatever so far. Right now, this thing is just in the middle asking for us to open it.
Yeah, it is. And it
Too bad.
hurts.
I'm already at the cross section. I'm gone.
And I might be game until that Moa message about how it doesn't match the other trickster gods.
Yeah.
And she's the truthful one.
Right.
I don't trust her.
You
Don't
should.
trust.
Sullivan's gonna... Do we want to go north and south?
I don't.
Uh,
I'm super wary.
let's go south.
Yeah.
We know north has no gravity.
No, it's the same.
Wait,
It's
Yeah.
the same
Oh,
each
it's the
way.
same?
Yeah, they both curve upward out of sight.
Crap.
And when Maurice walked up the side with the goat dude, it continued to curve upward, but there would seem to be some sort of gravity spell that was keeping him on the
Upright,
floor,
yeah.
upright on the floor, and walking up.
This could be a
Kind of
ring.
like 2001: Space Odyssey.
This
Yeah,
room
the
could be a
is
ring.
Path to another tomb.
Oh,
So we should go up the pathway carefully with our eyes.
The bat's ahead of us. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Maybe the bat should go.
Well, the bat only could climb. It would have to climb 10 feet in front of us.
Yeah, it's gonna take forever.
why does it
know.
need
Do
to
we have
climb? Why can't it fly?
Because
Gravity.
there's-
gravity?
It's extreme
I don't like
gravity.
this.
It's not letting.
It's extreme.
I don't like this at
It's not
all.
letting it fly. It's not
Ah.
extreme gravity. It's just he can't fly.
Here's a weird question.
It's like Earth.
Okay, if I summon my mage hand,
Yeah.
which can hold 5 pounds, and my bat goes on the mage hand, and I send the mage hand forward, I assume does it go actually fall through the mage hand, or does it just get pressed out to the mage hand?
I mean, the way that it's written is that the magical gravity keeps creatures bound to the floor as they walk along it. So maybe I was a little rough with the bat can't fly. It's weird for the bat's inner ear that the gravity is curved.
Yeah.
So when it flies, it does fly continuously around the ring, if that's what you'd like it to do.
Okay, sure. As long as it can scout a hit first. Yep.
I don't want to go that
Yeah.
way.
Well, that's why the bat's going.
Yeah.
If anything, I was just going to have it be on a platter of mage hand in front of us.
So from the bat's perspective, it has no idea where it is in relation to where you are, because all it sees is basically you're walking in this direction and it curves up and you walk and it continues. Kind of like that circular weird room in Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Where he
it's-
runs around the room and he just comes back around.
It's similar to that in that the scenery doesn't change.
Well,
So
theoretically-
he flies forward past the goat dude and flies for a while, and then he comes to the intersection again. But you're not there. Actually, hold on. I need to look up something very specific.
God. What did you trigger? It came to the intersection again. So where we are.
But we're not here, which means
So it's gone somewhere else.
He
Right.
went,
Going to
he
a
went to
different
the
tomb.
top.
Like
Which
a
means-
different
He
tomb.
got-
Not like a different tomb, but like a
So
different tomb.
I will modify this slightly. So he doesn't actually make it to the corridor. He flies up. He continues flying for a little while, and then your sight goes dark.
Oh, 100 feet.
He's gone.
And then a few seconds later, and you don't sense your familiar, and then you sense it again, and you reconnect, and it's flying in the opposite direction back toward you. It lost connection somehow.
I don't like this at all.
But it's fine.
But it's bad. Yeah, it communicates to you that it lost its connection and sort of turned around and came back.
All right, that's not heading off in the direction.
I think I'm not going that way. I'm leaving.
It's the other two.
No, I'm not going that way.
You sure?
Yep.
You don't want to go to the other two?
I want to go to the other two.
I'm gonna follow you.
So you want to?
You going north or
Party?
south?
I'm following the same direction the bat went, so north.
This
Okay.
guy just got separated from
Oh.
all his people and he died here.
Oh. I
I
actually
think
almost.
he was
I
alone.
want to go.
Can the bat start heading south while we go north? Or, well, no, because that's going to break my 100. What happens if the bat just goes south? We're stay here.
Same thing. It flies for a little while, loses its.
There's something in the intersection
It's
that's like that's
teleporting.
magical.
Yeah.
It's like
Which
yeah.
could be one of the tombs could be on another plane or something.
I think he just gets out of range.
Well, that's where I'm going to find out.
I don't know. Catho's gonna follow you.
Yeah, we head up, checking for traps carefully.
Okay. Are all of you going, or some of you staying? You're staying behind.
I will stay in the intersection that we're in right now.
Okay.
You can
so
be the lookout.
Everyone
be
else
lookout.
is moving forward.
Yeah, seems so.
Okay, so you all walk past Mr. Goat Dude.
Why did
You continue walking, and
Gargoyles.
it feels like you've maybe walked the full circle, and sure enough, you make it to an intersection that looks identical to the one that you left, except
The Maurice.
the Maurice is
I'm
not
not
there.
there.
And what do we see down? Like, I assume there's like a direction, like to our big room again.
As if we were going. to the
Yeah,
airport.
everything looks exactly the same, except that Maurice isn't here.
So even if the bat flies over, it's the same big room.
Yep.
But
Exactly the same room.
Is there any differences in the chest? Not the chest, the casket? Tomb?
If I walk back into said big room, does Moa still figure that this doesn't belong to any of us?
The what?
If I walk into said big room, does Moa still tell me that this doesn't match?
Yeah.
That's weird. Maurice, open the chest at the same time we do. No.
I can't hear you.
You don't hear anything.
So even the gargoyle is the body there?
No. Yeah, you walk forward a little ways to the north, and there's no body.
Oh, there's nobody.
I see what you did there.
Try and come back to me.
We keep walking forward.
Forward or back?
Forward.
Forward, you go up and back down again, and it's still empty.
Like we kept going in the same direction we.
Yeah, you
So
went.
this is a
You went
second
north.
You're just walking in a circle.
Yeah, you've now done 2 complete loops.
We go backwards.
When the bat flew back to me, did it keep going straight or did it actually come back?
It turned around.
Okay, so then yeah, we turn around.
Okay, so you turn around. Actually, you just do 1 loop, and you come back to the goat dude and then Maurice.
Yeah, we told you. It's the other tomb.
I don't like this.
I mean, it is what it is.
There's something not right.
What?
Here's a
No,
weird
it's
suggestion,
normal.
though. Can we tie this body up to like your show?
Why?
What the?
It's a resource that we can throw and use as.
I don't disagree that I don't disagree
Yeah.
that corpses can be a resource. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying.
Just in relation to the prior conversation, it felt real abrupt.
It was a little bit unexpected, but sure. In general, I suppose we could carry the corpse. If it's not too gnarly.
I just think there's something to be said for that line there, where the word tomb doesn't necessarily mean an individual tomb of the 9 gods,
I mean,
but the whole tomb of the 9 gods.
so here's our thing, though. And then the only thing we have is the demon.
And we shouldn't trust the crap that Jasper anyway.
Oh, we should've just- and then we have a door.
Yeah.
So at this point, we would have to go out and open the door.
Probably go to the door anyway, but yeah.
So.
So you're all back where you with Maurice on
Glad you found your way back to me.
this side of the circle.
Yeah, it's not that hard.
I mean, I was worried it was going to teleport you
I'm
somewhere
just saying
you couldn't get back to me from.
Nap came back.
That
It
would
was
be fun.
You know what?
Mostly you.
I should have checked the entrance way, but
Like for secret doors along the ring.
no. Well, just in case, because when we didn't see you, I only checked the big room, so I never technically went that way. So I don't know if anything changed back in that hallway. But
We can always come back here if we can't
Yeah.
find the tombs.
we go out to that door, and apparently people has a dead person strapped to their back.
Yeah, why not?
Sure, why not?
Okay.
Let's go, Devlin.
At this point, I'm just not surprised at all.
It's a resource.
I
I'm almost tempted
I haven't been surprised since last season.
What happened last season?
Oh, all sorts of
King's
different
Thunder?
things. You'll have to watch last season to find out what happened last season. Speaking to the viewers, not you.
Yeah, Tim of horrors.
I mean, horribly unexpected things happened last
Because
season.
like now with that body, I'm tempted to rip off an arm of Devlin and go mage-handed down that goat thing statue with the darkness. Just saying. It's a body, it's resources.
Why are you just using an arm? Why are you turning
Probably be
off
the
an arm?
only thing that
But if
fits.
something comes out when you throw something down into the darkness, though.
Then we know we have something to kill that's not going to sneak up on behind us later.
Fair.
At this point, I feel like it would have snuck up on us.
Yeah.
People open the door.
All right.
We
I
inspect
check
the
it for
door.
traps.
You hear guttural moans coming from this door.
We need sunlight.
It's a door.
Yeah, the sunlight's in that other
3
hallway.
oval holes are carved into a 9-foot wide, 9-foot high stone door at human head height.
Oh God.
As you approach, 3 humanoid heads stick out of the holes, each covered with putrid flesh and gnashing on an iron bit bolted to an chain bridle.
Okay.
So
Like
are they dressed
domesticated-
up like ponies?
It's domesticated zombies.
But they have the handles in their mouth?
Yeah, sure.
The dead or sunlight day.
Only a jewel can tame the frog. Bow as the dead god intended. How do you bow as the dead god?
I think I was right. The green dude is the frog.
Only the jewel.
It's green.
Yeah.
Frogs are green.
What is it? What's the third sentence? Or the third part? Only a
Only
jewel?
a jewel can tame the frog.
Ah.
Okay, so we needed to do duel with the green dude.
But
Well, I'm not sure.
so
that
there's
this
just
applies.
3 heads, right? The zombie heads popping out this door right now.
Yep.
And they have anything in their mouths, or they like?
They have these iron bits in their mouths,
They open the door,
That's what I'm saying.
and they're pressed up against the door,
trying to eat us.
trying to eat you.
Yeah.
They're domesticated zombies.
Hey, we could take Devlin's arm.
Can we throw it past them somehow?
Are you gonna rip
So
off
they go the other way?
Wait, are you gonna rip off a human arm or a goat arm? Because he has one of each.
Goat's tastier.
Yeah, probably. Is there any way we can throw? It's literally the heads. The holes are big enough only for their heads.
Yep,
Can't get
and they're
anything past
poking
them.
out.
Yeah.
Aw. And
Like,
so that you
it's
can
kind of like
pet them.
whack-a-mole, I guess.
You don't like the sunlight.
Yeah, but I'm tempted because the things in their mouth, like, could we have to pull on? I don't know.
They need to. They probably. Maybe they're the bits in their mouths may be connected to the operation of the door.
That's
itself.
what I was thinking.
Yeah, so we have to get them to go the other way to open the door. Alternatively, maybe we could just kill them and then try and open the door ourselves.
Could-
People, try to open
do
the
you
door.
think? Well, we should we
Okay,
check
how do I?
There's probably not traps
can-
if there's
can I
zombies
open the
attached
door?
to the
if they
door.
are the traps.
Maybe they are the
You're
trap.
kind of keeping away from the zombie heads, and you're pushing the door. It appears to be locked,
It's locked.
or at least it's
There a handle we can see?
yeah. Yeah. It seems to be. It looks like it's supposed to rise out of up, and it's currently down.
So we would
It's
need
very
to-
heavy. But
Probably 3
perhaps
corpses.
with your combined strength score, you might be able to reach this number.
I mean, we could.
8, or no, you actually have strength.
I have
8,
13.
8, 16, 29,
Me, 18.
so 37.
No.
No.
You want to kill the
47.
zombies while they're just heads in the doorway?
No.
Why?
Because they have bits in their mouth. They're not
It
gonna
would
hurt
be
us.
very difficult to pick up the door with the zombies here. They'd probably bite you while you were doing that.
Why would you kill them?
Their heads are up here. If
Okay.
we're lifting it from the bottom, we can stay away.
If we back up, do like the zombies just be like, oh, and they do a bit like this? Do the hits like unpop?
Yeah, if you move away from the door for a little while later they back away, and you do hear a little bit of a katunk as they back away.
Cool. So I'm going to use my Moa ability to use an action to turn invisible,
Okay.
and then I'm going to walk back up to the door
Okay.
and they don't appear.
You can kind of see them through the holes on the other side of the door,
Chilling out.
but they don't see
So the
you,
thing is,
so-
their human height, like I would need a boost to actually look up myself
Yeah,
into
that's
the
true.
room.
That's true. Halflings.
halflings.
Climb the door or something.
Yeah, can I like actually like put my hands, since I'm invisible, into the holes and try to pull up and look into the door?
Yeah, I mean, you just see that. You see the zombies are just in front of the door, but they're not.
Do I see any contractions to them? Like,
Yeah, you see the iron bit and the chain bridle
so.
that go up to somewhere you can't see.
And do I see like how deep, like far back is the room?
It continues about 15 feet into a larger room that you can't see far into.
Okay, so then I'm going to mage hand an arm from our friend. Like people, I assume Bob's and chops off an arm, or enough for mage hand to. And then
Of course.
and then I'm going to use the mage hand to go through the hole with the hand and have the zombies chase it.
As soon as they see the arm, all 3 zombies poke their heads through.
Well, yeah, of course,
and
obviously,
you can't.
because I dropped because I used an action. I know. So I'm gonna.
Can anybody a cleric?
I'm not that good of a cleric.
Because I would have dropped and then sent the mage hand through. Because I knew I would have lost my
As soon
invisibility.
as they noticed the thing that they could eat, they immediately pop their head through, and you can't get
I
the
feel
arm
like you
through
need to
the,
be able to like
through
turn
the hole.
undead here, and that's the goal.
turn undead.
Right. But I have a feeling you're not high enough cleric for that. Yeah.
Can we just kill them?
I mean, they are in like perfect.
Yeah, they should
Decapitation
be easy. They
zone.
should be easy to kill.
Alright,
they're,
well.
they're bound to chains, and they can only stick their heads through a hole.
I'm just wondering what if like the release is actually the trap. Like,
it feels too
like,
easy.
yeah, like what if the bodies go limp and that sets off the trap?
Then we kill them from afar.
Yeah, we could also kill them from far. We have
Eldritch Blast, Eldritch Blast, Eldritch Blast, and Eldritch Blast. Alright, I guess we can do that.
It's like a weird angle, but we can try.
We could always go here right? This is open air.
Yeah,
Somebody would have to be close. The bat could hang out over there,
What?
over by the door, so that the people, so that they stay inside.
Oh, so that they head stay in the doorway. I see what you're saying. Yeah. Well, Peebo doesn't have any ranged options at all, so
Yeah,
they can,
people can do a little tasty
they
dance.
can just stay there. Yeah, do the
People
tasty
can
dance.
shake her shell. You know?
Oh, yeah.
But you were worried about setting off a trap.
Yeah, as long as I'm not near it, I don't care.
I don't want to be in front of it.
Yeah, people's not going to want to be in front of it, so...
She hasn't made that clear yet.
I guess did.
Alright, so my bat does a little thing to see if like the zombies keep them interested.
Yeah.
We go over to the staircase and Eldritch Blast them.
Okay. Roll for initiative, I guess. You're just on the other side.
Yeah.
I'm not even doing anything.
21.
16.
You should have opened the chest.
They probably would have given us something to
Maurice?
do, to be fair.
16.
16.
Sullivan.
21.
Because so far we've
Peepo.
been stumped by every
22.
door.
22. Kathos.
4. Lower than all but one zombie.
It's funny, it actually shows them as unidentified, but I'm pretty sure you've seen them before. We just fixed that.
I think so.
Oh, combat tracker says zombie 1.
Yeah, I know. Weird. Might be a weird thing with the script. Oh, look, the music ended. A great time for combat.
Combat.
Peepo. First up.
I'm hanging. Hold
Taunt
on.
them. Taunt them.
Not doing anything? Oh, you're over there taunting them.
Encourage us.
I don't want to be right next to them. No. No, I think where I was before was just Ace.
Okay. You're not doing anything.
Nope.
Because you don't have any range weapon.
Nope.
Sullivan.
So the lowest they hit is a 21.
Yeah. They have an AC of 8.
I can be pouting because this is just way too easy.
You might roll each
Not even
one
worth my
individually.
time.
Huh?
You might want to roll them all individually. You might kill them real easy.
Well, the first one's only an 8 force damage on one of them.
Okay, starting from there. 8.
Is it dead?
He's still up.
Okay, well then he takes an extra 10.
All right. And I get to roll this. No, that's okay. I get to roll that. It's dead.
That's all I can do.
Weird. I guess I put it behind the.
The blood.
The blood is invisible because I guess it was behind the.
Makes sense because it's a door, we can't see it anyway.
Yeah.
These zombies could also be really old. Might not be
There's
all
2
on
left.
blood.
That was 2 shots, right?
Yep, that's all I can do.
Oh, yeah, you only have 2. Right.
11 is when I can do 3.
Maurice.
All right, I'll do number 2. That's a crit. That's a 17 with an AC of 8. That's 2 hits.
Even Kathos can hit them.
What?
Wow.
They have an AC 8, I said even you can hit them.
I don't
think
know.
that's actually connected.
The crit is only a 10. And then the other is also a 10, so 20 damage total.
Well, we had 19 hit points, so that was perfect.
There you go. All right. It's like fish in a barrel, Kathos.
You say that, but Kathos is probably going to get like a 1.
And he is going to roll a con save. 5, so it's a 25 actually. So, yep, he fails. He dies. There we go. Right. Zombie 1 does nothing. Kathos.
Eldritch Blast. They're both above 8.
Yep.
15?
He is not dead.
Nope.
Peepo Sullivan.
Their fist.
Yes.
Those are both over 8. It's for 28 total.
Oh, only 28.
There's the other blood.
Yeah, I get to do this thing where I get to add my modifier like some people.
He makes a con save for no reason because that was a massive amount of damage. Yeah, he's dead.
I could have had that, but then I wanted to talk to animals. It was more important.
All right.
I mean, I'm not questioning your decision.
I am slightly.
I think it's useful to have somebody who can talk to animals.
Exactly.
It's barbarian.
It got us out
They
of
all
the,
slump down past the door. You don't hear a click and the door doesn't open.
Because they're all weighted close to the door.
so we,
But we can all go over and open it now together.
Yeah, you can go up to the door now, and you're not impeded by the zombies.
Yeah, but the bear totem can already talk to animals.
yeah.
Yeah. As a ritual, you can cast talk to animals.
Speak with animals.
Yeah,
Really?
Yep.
As could I as a druid, but
Oh,
I
that?
just want to have it as an all-the-time spell.
Right.
Oh, it's down. Let me cast that.
All right.
It helped us. Okay.
So with your combined strength scores,
43 we said, or 47?
yeah,
47.
you needed a 33.
Thing doesn't say that.
It does.
You are able to lift the door.
It's part of your bear totem.
I believe you. It just isn't something added automatically.
Well, it's part of the text.
Not that I can see. Maybe under Barbarian, along with, like,
It's not there.
yeah.
Here, let me look it up.
2.
It's okay. It'll come up once we actually. Animals.
It's not in there.
Yeah, right here. You can cast Beast Sense and speak with animals as a ritual. It's literally right under Barbarian Archetype Totem.
I know I picked.
Is that part of your primal path?
Yeah, it's Totem.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, her totem stuff's not here for some reason.
Can I add it later, I guess?
Yeah, you can cast Beast Sense and speak with animals.
Fun!
Spending as a ritual 10 minutes.
What's Beast Sense?
You basically can gain a familiar like I do. You can just see.
Well, you don't gain a familiar. You can see through the eyes of a willing beast.
So you have to
Like,
talk to it.
for
and be like,
instance, technically, maybe the bat, although I guess it's technically a type of fae or
Fae.
whatever, right? So that wouldn't work.
It's either Fae
Like
or
the skunks. if
Like
they
the
were
skunks, if they were still around.
Still have a cool tag. Does that count for that?
they're not beasts.
willing.
don't think
Beasts,
they're
that
beasts.
is correct.
We check for traps, but then we enter the tomb.
All right.
That's a scary place. I like the other shiny room more.
We'll go open it then.
I want Peepo too.
Hey, truthful person, does this match the?
6 glass cauldrons brimming with human bones line the walls of this tomb as I turn off the combat music.
Oh, some nice decor.
I don't know. 6 cauldrons filled with bones. You might want to leave it on.
At the center of which stands an ancient chariot bearing a bronze sarcophagus with treasures strewn atop it.
Okay.
Paintings on the chariot's body show a tall bird with a long, sharp beak. On the south wall, a bronze shield bears the embossed image of a Chultan warrior carrying a spear, below an inscription that reads, "Bow before no one."
Bow before no one.
Bow as the dead
Bow
god
as the dead god intoned.
Who's the dead god? How do we bow?
That's the dead god.
So how do we bow though?
It said bow before
This.
no one, though.
What, you, Dad?
So if the dead god is telling us to bow to nobody,
Either of you have Nang Nang or Ubalaka?
I have Ubalaka.
Look, nervous Ubalaka warns its host that the cauldrons contain the bones of Papazottle's most zealous devotees who, even in death, might seek to protect him. For some reason, I'm... Is that the Riddler that... No.
What were these back
Krusty.
here? Did you say what these were?
4-star icons.
Those are... let me open up the... I don't have that open.
I didn't know my god's name, and I wanted to make sure.
Bolaka.
I googled it. I now have all of the 9 gods.
It's probably helpful.
It's all information we know.
I'm trying to remember. I don't know if I can remember all their names. I can remember most of them.
I can't remember any of their names.
I remember Moa.
Moa, Wongo, Papazotl, Obalaka, Kubazan, Unk, Shagambi.
That's really impressive. I know that one is an Almirage.
Oh, okay. So,
I forgot the name of the
I
Almirage.
don't know the name
oh,
of the Almirage.
see, I stopped at the end of that, but I should have
It's a
continued.
cool animal.
4 bronze statues stand on pedestals to either side of the shield.
Ah.
They depict Chultan warriors, one holding a sword, 2 with spears, and 1 missing its face.
No face.
And this is the shield.
And the shield says what?
In the shield, the bronze shield is in the middle, and it has the embossed image of a Chultan warrior carrying a spear below an inscription that reads "Bow before no one."
Not before no one.
Do I detect magic anywhere?
I'll be everywhere.
But what types and where?
The entire
I assume the cauldrons are necromancy or conjuration.
Yep, that's probably fair.
Conjuration on their glass cauldrons. The bronze shield radiates conjuration magic. And that is it.
Okay, so who wants to activate the trap? Because we have an idea of what to do. So who wants to do it?
The
Okay.
answer is not
So-
me.
Do you guys follow? Are you following the logic?
No, what's the logic?
Okay.
Bow as the dead god
So-
intended and bow to no one, and
and
there's a
then-
guy
and the-
missing the head.
Right, and then one of the statues that has no head,
So
so they have no identity.
people go bow
Oh.
to the statue with no head.
Okay.
Maybe we should all
Should
go
I-
do it.
Should I do it before or after opening up the
Before.
I will do it then.
Okay. I'll do it.
Let's do it together.
Teamwork.
Yeah.
We all bow to the no
Yeah,
face.
we all bow to the no face god person thing.
It's scary.
We bow as the dead god intended. We're hoping this guy was
Oh,
not.
it's a dead god intoned.
Toned. Maybe we're supposed to just bow at a random wall.
Maybe we're just bow to the dead.
Yeah, we should search for secret doors after we're done.
But first we're
then
bowing.
we can bow to the wall.
Yeah. Bowing to no one. Okay.
Yep. Sorry, I'm just reading up.
I don't know, but if all those things come to life, we should just run into the other room because that's where the daylight is.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I see what you're saying. The dead of poor sunlight.
But it's
He said it was
it's
real
illusion.
sunlight.
Yeah.
Yeah, it still counts
I know,
as sunlight.
It might have had to do with the zombies in this door. Maybe if we shown sunlight in their faces, they would have ran away.
Yeah.
And opened the door.
That
That might
was-
have been what it was.
That
Yeah,
was
but
something about
we had no way of doing sunlight.
Right.
You didn't have like a ton of mirrors?
Yeah. That's what we're
So,
gonna do.
you enter the room. What are you doing?
We're bowing to the faceless one.
Okay.
like this message tells us to.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is that? It's on a chariot? Is that what you said it was?
Yep.
That's what it looks like.
So the people were ponies.
But the Omoans?
The people, the zombies. With
The
the
Omoans was a civilization made of minotaurs and
Bowing
humans.
No.
before
So, yeah.
the faceless statue doesn't do anything.
Aww.
But
So
it doesn't make anything angry.
So
either.
next
No.
step, bowing at the walls. No one.
And the shield conjuration.
I don't know. People, just check out that chest.
Maybe leave the shield alone.
Okay, can I like inspect the chest or look at it? I'm not gonna inspect it.
There's a sarcophagus.
That's what I meant.
The chest of bones.
Chest of bones. Yeah, so what's up with this fun sarcophagus?
So your god said who this was?
Papazotl.
Papazotl.
He doesn't.
The Iblis.
The dead are probably gonna defend him if we upset them.
Obviously.
So obviously we should take his treasure and open his tomb.
No, don't take the treasure, just open the tomb.
You know, you and your god really can't get along if you just want to activate traps before we solve them.
I mean, we're not solving them though.
I mean, we're still thinking.
I don't know. It seems like it should have done something. Or maybe it didn't. Maybe it doing nothing is good.
Yeah, I'm just reading it. Actually, I'm not quite getting the puzzle.
Because this is the same guy where we had to blindfold his damn statues.
Yes.
So, like, it's not going to be...
Well, you know the
Blindfold the statues?
the tall bird with the long, sharp beak is
Opposado.
Papazotl,
Yeah.
the Iblis.
Yep. So, wait, are we supposed to blindfold him here? I don't remember that.
No, it was in his shrine.
I don't remember it. Does
What
the
was
shield?
on the shield? Not the message, but the image.
It is an embossed image of a Chultan warrior carrying a spear.
And you said it radiated conjuration magic also. Like
Yeah, the
cauldrons?
shield radiates conjuration magic. The cauldrons radiate. Sorry, the cauldrons radiate conjuration magic. The shield radiates also conjuration magic.
Oh, it's both.
They're both conjuration.
So they're all going to conjure things.
Yeah.
Follow?
Yay! We're
Commander Root, thanks for the follow.
So, any plan, or should I just open it haphazardly?
I mean, let's look at it. See if there's any traps on the box.
Okay.
Or on the chariot.
Can we investigate the chariot and everything?
Yeah, I mean, I see the solution, but I'm not quite understanding how you get to it.
That's a little concerning.
No, it's fine. You'll be fine. No worries. Right. So what are you doing? You're opening the sarcophagus?
I think we're just inspecting the area around it, just looking for traps and stuff.
Yeah, there's a sarcophagus, and there is treasure heaped on top of the sarcophagus.
What treasure's on top of it? Like,
You can see a gold torque, some gold cups, some cloak pins, an amulet. Yeah, they're strewn on top of the sarcophagus.
and I assume nothing has magic radiating from it.
One of them does. The amulet.
Can I sense what house?
House.
Or school of magic.
School.
Sorry.
Roadhouse.
Yeah. I guess this would be probably.
Usually enchanted items are enchantment.
Enchantment.
I would say it's probably.
Enchantment.
Enchantment? Enchantment!
Enchantment.
Yes. It's probably transmutation or something. Here. Oh, I can show you the picture because I can make it unidentified. Ha ha ha. It looks like this, so then you can metagame and decide whether this is something that you recognize or not.
It looks like an amulet.
It looks like an amulet, an unidentified map slash image.
Can we just grab it?
I mean,
If
you
it's,
can
if it's,
do whatever you
If
want.
it's magical, we should probably decide who wants a god, because that might be the item for all we know.
I'm sure it won't explode. I'm sure you'll be fine
Do we want
grabbing
to
it.
open up the sarcophagus first?
No, if it's on top, then why?
Yeah, we don't have to necessarily open the box if the item we're looking for is on top.
Maybe that's the one that activates the trap, and then inside is something else.
I mean, I have a feeling disturbing anything may activate a trap.
That's a good point. Okay. I'll grab it. Let me grab it. I'll grab it.
You're gonna grab the amulet?
Sure.
Okay. So several things happen at once when you grab the amulet.
Ooh, fun.
Kato starts running towards
The
door.
first thing that you see is strange shadows shift across the walls, forming the outline of a long-legged bird. Its beak stabs at you as a voice echoes through your mind. You will do as I command.
Rude.
And that is when we will roll the was it charisma?
Yeah, Christmas save.
Charisma.
Charisma saving throw.
My best trait.
Unless you don't want to resist the god's power.
I just want to see how it'll turn out. 14.
Not successful.
God wins.
You are inhabited by the spirit of Papazotl, the Iblis.
Cool.
Oh, what is that?
While inhabited by Papazotl, you gain the following flaw, which overrides any opposing flaw. I bow before no one and expect others to do as I command.
Okay, so not too different.
While inhabited by Papazotl, you can't be surprised. You gain advantage on all wisdom checks, and you never take damage from falling.
Well, we know who's going in that
that's
other
cool.
room.
I like it.
Belly flop turtle.
Yeah. I don't take none of your shit.
Also, the amulet is an amulet of health,
An amulet of health.
which means
Your con's automatically
your
19,
con is a 19, unless it is already higher than that.
Yay.
but not yet until you attune to it.
What is your con?
You have to attune to it.
17 now. So 19 is good.
No, you automatically attune to it if you accept the spirit.
Yeah,
Cool.
But she didn't accept the spirit.
Yes, she did. It
she failed her
inhabited
save.
Yeah.
Okay.
She had to.
Yeah.
She was voluntold.
Okay, the second thing that happens is we'll roll for initiative.
Okay.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah, you don't even have to change mine.
I think I cleared it.
So my turtle being possessed by a bird.
Okay. Let's see, do I need to keep these guys on the... Alright, so you see skeletons start to crawl out of the cauldrons. As well, you notice the figure on the shield is starting to animate. Looks like it's has its spear and it's pulling it back to throw. Right. Let me just make sure I keep track of that encounter. All right. Maurice.
11.
7. Sullivan.
16.
16. Peepo.
12.
12. Kathos.
4.
4. Wow. I think I can probably get rid of the... Can I get rid of the cauldrons? Okay, I think I'll keep the cauldrons there because they do things. Skeleton crawls out of the cauldron and moves up to Sullivan.
Well, it had to crawl out that was half its speed, and then had to stand up, that was again half its speed.
This is all happening while, so you were all distracted by Papazotl, and then you saw that all these skeletons crawled out. Okay, it double moved to there. We'll say they double move. Sullivan.
Sullivan's going to start heading north towards the exit.
Just going to probably that way.
Well, I can't hop on the tomb and just start running across it, I guess.
Sure, at this point it doesn't really matter what you do. You've already triggered everything.
And then I guess I'll try to hit as many as I can in a fireball.
Sure. Probably more on that side. How's that look?
It looks good.
It will contain Kathos, Maurice, and Peepo, though. So maybe you don't. Maybe I'll move it over a little bit. It's hard to... Kathos is in a bad spot there. I guess you could hit everyone over on that side.
Yeah, I'll go for that, though.
Okay. Your targets.
Yeah, that's always messing everything up.
Yeah.
There's no point in rerolling just one.
Gotta love those little save markers. Wow, there were a lot of saves. I'm pretty sure that won't matter. What's the damage?
35.
Yeah, probably not gonna matter. Yep, they all die and spurt blood everywhere.
Skeletons.
Do they? Well, I guess they can't make the
Somehow.
save.
Marrow. They spurt marrow.
It doesn't really matter. I don't think.
They can make the save.
I mean, they made the save. Some of them made the save, but
Undead. I'm talking about for undead or
That's
fortitude.
for zombies.
that's zombies
Zombies.
and skeletons.
Skeletons.
Thankfully.
Oh, God.
Okay. The bronze shield. The embossed image of the hunter animates, and it actually starts on 20. So we'll just say he delayed to 15 for some reason. And he's going to throw his spear at Maurice, because he's right there. 20?
Yeah, 20 hits.
Take 20 points of force damage. All right, these guys are all dashing. This guy doesn't need a dash because Kathos is right there. He's going to poke you with a short sword. 18?
Yep.
For 3 points of piercing damage. Right, which one is that? Really? No token on that guy?
Did we do it too early?
What?
Skeleton crawls out of that cauldron. Peepo.
So, before the bones were supposed to be Papazottle's most loyal something, right?
Yes, you're... Yeah. Ubalaka warns that the bones, the cauldrons contain the bones of Papazottle's most zealous devotees, who even in death might seek to protect him.
Okay, so I want to yell, "I am your god now!" and attack the big one. Because I am possessed by their god.
Attack the big one what?
Attack the big, the shield guy.
Attack the shield?
The warrior guy,
It's
right?
it's a shield on the wall,
Oh, it's not
and
actually-
the embossed figure of the hunter
Is
is
animated.
animated and throws a spear of force at
That's-
Maurice.
I thought it was actually like in alive.
You could attack the shield.
Nah, I kind of want
I'll
to.
deal with the shield.
Fine. Then I'll just attack some of these skelly guys on the side that has more. Yeah, that one's fine.
Okay.
You know, I think we overthink it. What's this?
That's
Sar-
no,
The sarcophagus, right?
sarcophagus.
So
yeah.
what's inside the sarcophagus?
Papazotle?
Which is
God.
who is currently...
Dead. Right.
So why were we bound to the statue?
Because the statue has no one, and this.
But the dead god's here.
But the god. Yeah, but we don't. It
It's
says bow as the dead god intoned. Intoned is a command.
Yeah.
So the message is the command under the shield.
I think we should bow to the chariot.
I mean, go ahead.
I bow to no one.
Now this one doesn't bow to anybody now, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. All right.
I don't know. 'Cause it's a dead god, right?
I'm just worried.
Yeah.
I was wondering if we did this too early, like we were supposed to trigger the stuff and then bow.
Right.
But
that's what I'm saying. So, like, if somebody wants to bow to that, but to me, that's a dead god.
yeah, I know.
So, I mean,
Well,
what I'm saying is making
I
sense,
understand.
right?
I'm just telling
No.
you the definition of the
Okay.
It's a dead
the
god,
literal,
it's
the
not
literal
no
meaning of
one.
the words.
Does 14 hit?
Yes.
Yeah, the directive is to bow to no
That's-
one.
Which is what
Papazotto is not no
9
one.
damage?
but the god, the bird, made her
it's
not
an
be
axe,
able
right?
to bow to
Yes,
nobody.
with Bob, the
So
magical...
I'm thinking it's a separate thing.
Maybe.
5, you said?
9.
Nine.
No.
Okay. You blast that
understand.
skeleton
The
to
bird
nothing.
would never bow to somebody, so that's why it's there. It's in honor. It's a whole different separate
Okay, we'll
thing.
take another one, too.
So where
Okay.
as the dead god would be, we would bow to the dead god.
No, it's the bow is the dead god intoned.
17.
It told us to.
Yeah,
First,
intone is a command.
6 damage.
It's a vocal command.
Okay.
Oh, wait.
Not dead.
No, it wasn't 6 damage. It was 6 plus 5.
11.
11.
Oh, that's how many hit points.
I know how to
But
count.
when I
Six
did
on the die.
when I did the fireball in that
Yay!
area, did the cauldron seem to crack at all?
You did 35 damage.
Yes. So I'm thinking they're endless, and we're gonna have to bow to something. To
Yeah,
stop.
that's what I was
This
thinking.
cauldron is dead.
Okay. Just that one. Oh, they have different HP. Damn crafters.
And this cauldron here is gone. And so is number 5. This one here is gone.
So that whole side.
So actually, this skeleton never existed.
Oh, so when the skeletons go away, the skeletons go away?
Well, he came out
They
after,
came out.
Yeah, they come out.
he came out after it would have been destroyed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Bow to nobody.
I missed that. It was bowing before the faceless statue.
It's okay. We got it.
Yeah. So all of the skeletons are like, oh wait, you did do that. Okay, never mind. However, that does not make the shield stop attacking you. The shield is still
Seriously?
attacking you.
Someone kill the shield!
I mean, it's just a shield.
Kill
We
it!
can just turn it away.
We'll turn it around.
Yeah. That's what I'm gonna do.
Okay. Well, my turn's over.
Provided it doesn't zap me when I go to pick it up.
So we can retcon that. You take that fireball back.
Yeah.
So you bow to the faceless thingy, which doesn't do anything as far as you can tell. And then when you opened or touched the amulet, the bronze shield attacked you.
So I didn't get to yell, I'm your god now?
Nope.
Can I yell it anyway?
So we still see that it's attacking.
Yeah.
So I mean, do we think? Can I just try my idea on my fireball turn, which was the bow to the dead god itself, the chariot?
That doesn't do anything.
Okay, cool. So we just have to destroy the shield, probably.
You could do that. You could try to do that.
Is it still my turn? I could hit it.
Yeah, if you want to hit it, go for it.
Sure, let's hit it. 18 plus 8. 26.
That's good.
Or 9 damage.
What type of damage?
Slashing.
Yeah, it's what is that
Magical
magical
Bob.
magical
Magical
slashing?
slashing?
Yeah.
It doesn't do anything.
Aw.
Seems to have been immune to that damage type.
Specifically magical slashing?
Yep.
Probably magical piercing and slashing.
What about regular? Is it vulnerable to regular? 'Cause I have
Murray's.
claws.
Can I walk up, take the
I
shield
have
off?
no
the
other weapons.
Yeah, sure.
Just turn it around. Make it.
That's what I'm gonna do.
I should have
Pick up the shield. You're gonna turn it around.
Just gonna turn around and face it, put it back up, have it face the wall, so that the animated embossed hunter is not facing anybody.
Okay.
I should have waited.
That was it.
to get- Nice.
And then
You could have also draped something opaque over the shield.
Yeah, I thought about that too. I thought I was taking my cloak or putting it on top, but
Yeah.
That or
Kathos
just hit it
is
with
gonna
Eldritch
start-
Blast.
if I couldn't have
off
taken
the
it
tomb?
off the wall, that was gonna be plan B.
That or just Eldritch Blast it.
Yeah. Force damage was what you needed.
Most stuff that's immune to everything isn't immune to force.
Can you target it though with Eldritch Blast? Because it's not a living thing.
Yeah, you can.
It's animated, but
It has an AC and hit points, so.
yeah, okay.
We're collecting the treasure on top of the casket.
Okay, you find a gold torque worth 250 gold, 3 gold cups worth 75 gold each, 5 gold cloak pins worth 25 gold each, and the amulet of health that you're already attuned to.
Yay.
Perception check around the room just to check, make sure we got everything.
And I'll help him.
Sure, go for it.
I don't have anything to be able to reroll. 13. It's only a 13,
Should
unfortunately.
let her do it.
What?
Or
Is that
let Cathos do it, rather.
It's only 15.
Couldn't even guide yourself?
19.
Couldn't even have somebody with perception help you?
Nope.
All right. Did anyone roll higher than 20?
No, 19.
Because Jordan isn't taking advantage.
What are we rolling for?
Perception. You have advantage because of Papa's Addled Spirit.
Yay!
You have advantage on all wisdom checks.
It was 17 before. It's 17 plus 21.
Pop a lot of
Very
wins.
surprisingly, while everyone is searching through all these piles of bones and everything, and Peepo, you find a secret door over here. You tell
Hey,
anyone
found
of your find?
Hey, I found a door. You should. Somebody else should open it. No, I'm the boss.
Right.
Yeah?
Yeah.
There you go.
That's right.
Yeah, so it's up to them two because I don't take risks.
Right.
What's...
Open the door.
Well, go for it.
No, she's telling you to open the door.
I know she's saying that, so I told her to go for it.
She's not going to listen to you.
Yeah, that's kind of the deal.
Well, if we're stuck in this tomb, we're about to die because nobody's going to open doors.
I'll check the door for traps, and then if I don't find any, I'll open it.
All right. It is not trapped, and it is not locked. The lock was not finding the door.
Right?
Ancient cobwebs fill this narrow corridor, whose midpoint features an arched alcove. Within the alcove, a dusty bottle stands on a table.
I'll walk up to it.
Okay.
Do I see anything with it?
Thank God you didn't check for traps first.
It is stoppered.
Do you want the Arcana person to come look?
Yeah, come.
Yeah, okay. I come
We
up.
got a bottle here, so
Anything with detect magic?
No, but when you look closer at the bottle, you can see a genie waving from within and a muffled voice calling out.
can we
Nope.
communicate with it
Leave
through
him
the
in
bottle?
there.
I open the bottle.
He's
I feel
evil.
like genies are always terrible.
Cathos is not in there with the genie. No, Cathos is...
All right.
I open the bottle.
Let's see. So we have Moa and Papazotl in the group? Okay.
Yeah.
And
So when you see that there's a genie, truthful Moa advises his host to not break any bargains made with a Dao. By the way, it's a Dao.
Earth genie.
AKA, don't break the vow, gotcha.
And proud Papazotl encourages his host to treat the Dao like a servile lickspittle.
Lickspittle?
That's what he said.
Yeah.
That's what it said.
I don't know what that is.
Somebody beneath you.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know if I can follow this god because
It's a-
I don't
it's
know
a-
his
it's
words.
A peon.
If I, like, step in there and squish Peepo a little bit, does my god say anything?
You look lean in.
He's like, hey. what's
So
going
yeah,
on, man?
if you free the genie, it looks like that.
Oh, he looks cool. She looks cool.
Can I command her to give me her hammer? Because that's really cool, and I lost all my weapons.
Hey, you didn't.
I lost most of my weapons.
You have the one that matters. That's all that matters.
I guess we want them to have them.
And she says, "Oh, you have finally freed me,
You're welcome.
you lesser beings."
That's not how you treat something like a whatever he said.
It was a sarcastic "you're welcome." It was,
She emerges in a whirlwind of sand.
You should have left her trapped.
Do you know where you are?
Yes, I am in a dungeon created by the foul Serac.
Yeah.
I've been here for a very, very long time.
You might have been better off in the bottle. It's kind of hectic out here.
If we can come to an agreement, you can free me.
What's the agreement? From afar.
why should we help you?
I mean, it is a genie.
I can give you riches in exchange for my freedom. And she, through her hair, you see sapphires coiled in her braided hair and the platinum armbands on her wrists.
I mean, money's good, but, like, we need help. This place is dangerous as crap.
Well, these are very precious to me.
I don't doubt that.
So what do they do?
They're
From
valuable.
afar.
Like yelling through.
She ignores you entirely.
Damn it.
You're not commanding enough.
Can I do what Peepo did and squish my way into the hallway?
We're all just
It's
gonna
kind of a full hallway, but
I just didn't want to be that far into it.
He wanted to squish us all. So I think we should make her stay with us and fight. She has a hammer. She can fight.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, it might be more difficult to just get out of here, even if we let them out, you know? Like,
so
I can take you anywhere in the multiverse.
but we need to stay here, unfortunately,
Why?
Can you,
because we're trying to stop this horrible curse that's making it so people can't be brought back from the dead, and they rot, and it's just miserable out here.
I relate to literally nothing you just said.
I'm sure.
I could just take you to another plane,
That's true.
could we live forever there?
relatively speaking, for your short lives.
So we let her out yet, or is she?
She is bound to the bottle until you make an agreement with her.
Make an agreement with her.
Okay, and so far she
How
just
DAOs
wants.
work.
So far, she's offered to pay us with her personal accoutrement, and she is offering to spirit us away to some far-flung locale.
Anywhere that you want to go in the multiverse.
I'll take the money.
Wait, can I see your arm brands? I just want to see them.
They're platinum armbands engraved with dueling dragons.
That's
It's
cool.
the better two of the deals, honestly.
What if
I
we
would
get
like
another
that,
deal? What if we
please.
press a little further?
Is there a third deal, or is it just escape or money?
Well, if you insist, I could travel with you in the tomb and aid you.
Yes.
3 times
Oh,
with my spells, and then I will be free.
Can we, what spells?
no, I think you.
Imagine it's probably whatever the spells that Dow has access to.
Yeah. Which my character wouldn't know.
Well, I am somewhat attuned to the earth, so I can conjure earth elementals, turn you into gas, I can move earth, I can pass walls,
As well as useful.
and Stone Shaper, which isn't a spell, but she can cast it at will for some reason.
Oh, stone shape?
Yeah, except it says Stone Shaper.
Yeah.
She
They
is the stone
tried.
shaper.
It actually doesn't list that spell because it isn't a spell.
Alrighty, well, I guess we'll take you with us.
Are we gonna go with door 3?
Yeah, she can cast Stone Shape at will.
We have a pet
But that's not
genie.
technically with the spells.
Now,
Oh, we have a pet genie.
I'm gonna,
That's so cute.
I'm
I think she would like
I'm
that.
okay with that agreement.
Yeah.
I'll
Really
co-sign that
condescending.
agreement, but I want to warn you that multiple members of our entourage here have been possessed by the spirits of the dead trickster gods of Omu, and they're acting a little weird. So, if they offend, I apologize in advance.
I just don't have to break the deal. And I'm good with holding the deal of just her helping us. Yeah.
Right, yeah, it seems fair.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm good.
I mean, it's also self-interest because they probably want to get out of here.
She seems useful to me, but if we're getting a pet, we should probably put a leash on her.
That,
Nope. The bottle
frankly,
is the leash.
frankly, that sounds like
Put a
more of
leash
your
on our
problem
human.
than my
You can't
problem.
put a leash on our
Yeah, I'm just saying you're in here too.
People have changed her attitude a little bit.
Alright,
I also would warn you, I haven't actually been around this tomb. At all,
I didn't figure that you had inside information. But
other than the contents of this room and the contents of the bottle.
What's in the bottle?
What's in the bottle?
yeah, what is
Me,
it?
mostly.
That stinks.
Tiny, tiny little living space.
Phenomenal cosmic power. Yeah.
Yes. Exactly.
so we take her with us. Do we want to rest and find out what half these damn items do? AKA this good staff.
Now you said you described this as a corridor. Is there another way to go on the other side?
Indeed, there is. You see the other side of a secret door.
There you go. Do you want to go in there first?
Yeah.
Or do you want to rest here?
So your call. I'm just interested in what the hell the goat staff thing is.
Yeah, it's true. I'm very curious myself.
We should probably not rest in the room with all the dead bodies because it's weird.
But they're gone. They're good. I'd rather have a funnel. The door.
We can keep going.
We
Did
can
the
be
door
pincer.
close, or when we put it up and it just stayed up?
It stayed up.
At the very least, we could open it up and just take a look inside.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's a secret door. I doubt it's trapped.
It's only following a fireball and probably endless counts of zombies inside.
That's fine. So one of you guys get to open it.
Yep, go for it.
I'll do it again. I'll
Okay.
open the door.
You'll open the door.
Paranoid.
So you
haughty.
basically you take the bottle.
Not
with you.
strong enough.
I'll open the door.
So she will aid you 3 times
Yep.
with
When we-
whatever spell she can cast, and then she will leave
And she just hangs out with us.
in the bottle. Yeah,
Oh, she stays in the bottle.
yeah. You just take the bottle with you.
Okay, got it.
Do we rub it? And that's it.
Do you want to hold it since
She
you're the
can
one
hear you.
who's really agreed to the deal?
Fine.
Yeah.
I'll take the
Sullivan's
bottle.
got the genie
Okay,
bottle.
so this is the location that you're going to take a long rest in.
I thought we wanted to look
Are we
at
gonna?
the-
I thought we were. Oh.
Oh, I like this one.
Yeah, this one's fine.
Yeah,
Seems like a
that's
good
that's
one.
always a seller.
Yeah.
You open the
Pentagram.
door. The air here ranks.
Protection symbol.
The air here reeks of sulfur and brimstone. On the floor of this chamber, a pentagram traced in salt surrounds an ornate
God.
sarcophagus. Its
Oh.
lid covered in figurines of prancing frog-like creatures.
I'm gonna need one of you guys to do that.
I mean, it's a salt circle. It's probably something in there.
Yeah.
If I were not
Maybe
a
something will pop out when we open the
coward
box.
right now, I would love very much to break the circle, but I can't because I'm a coward.
So people might
You're
really.
not a coward. You're super cautious.
Yeah.
Same thing.
You also see another skeleton key.
Ooh.
Hey Sully, one of your skeleton buds is up here.
Yeah.
So people might be really interested in what happens when you have 2 gods possessing you. But I think Papazotl is probably too proud for maybe to do that.
They probably won't share.
I know, but I want to see what would happen. We'll find out.
And here, let me
Being
just double
torn 2 ways?
check.
I think it should be fine as long as we don't get the enemy.
Just don't break the salt circle.
If it's something I can hit people with, I probably want it.
The skeleton key. The key, skeleton key.
Key skeleton key.
As soon as you open the door, it sees you, and it disappears down a narrow corridor in this direction.
Okay, cool. So, reaction, I touch my bat, give it breath powers, and send it after him.
Okay.
That way we don't have to go into the room, technically. Is that what you're saying?
No, that's the way we can deal with this while the bat goes kills another skeleton like it
Yeah.
did prior.
Okay, so you're going to send your bat in.
Yep.
Important question.
Uh-huh.
What's the direction in which your bat flies?
Quickest way without touching the ground or doing anything around the salt.
Okay, so it goes around the circle?
Yeah. Okay. Why would it break the circle?
I don't know. Why would it break
Even
the
as a
circle?
crow flies, I don't know if it would.
Yeah. It, like, it literally would go, boom. There's
Okay.
no direct.
And then you see that there is a narrow corridor.
But the bad Susan sees it breathes lightning breath.
Yep. It's weird because it looks like there's a reddish liquid at the end of the corridor, and then you're able to kill the skeleton in there, and that's easy.
It's reddish liquid.
That was easy.
So
It's
without
lava.
Oh.
And Ubalaka and Wongo, and you have Wongo, but you're not attuned.
I'm not attuned to it.
You actually can't attune
Yeah,
to
I
it.
can't. Yeah.
Ubalaka. Cautious Ubalaka thinks the salt pentagram could use more salt and encourages her host to add it if any salt is available.
Do we have salt?
No idea. Do I have
You
salt?
just like
Maybe
look
have
through,
extra, so
you
nothing
look
from
through
Boa.
everyone's rations, like, let's just add a little extra salt.
We've been making jerky. We have to have salt, right?
Might have used up all the
have a
salt,
salt
in
pouch?
the jerky.
I mean, you went ham on that jerky, so.
Yeah.
Gonna.
Was it ham jerky?
Is it? Was it dinosaur jerky?
It was
Without-
alligator.
Alligator jerky.
Without disturbing
Yeah,
the
yeah,
pentagram, could I do a search around the room, the outside, just to make see if we find anything?
See if you find any more salt
And,
to add.
While
Can I,
while Sullivan's walking around.
Can you fit into that corridor
Catherine's
where the
gonna
skeleton
shove him
ran
into
into?
the
Can a
pentagram.
person fit in there?
Yeah, it's just a tight squeeze.
Yeah, let me go. I'm gonna go retrieve it,
I mean,
and I'll make sure that I walk around the edge of the room so I don't disturb the salt circle. And
Okay.
I also want to check and see what the red liquid is.
Okay. So you squeeze your way down there, pick up the skeleton key, which is a skeleton that's a key.
Gotta keep.
And you make it down to the reddish liquid, which sort of, it's sloped downward, and it's sort of filling the corridor, so you would have to go into the reddish liquid in order to continue.
I don't want to go any further. I just want to see what it is.
Red
Is
wine.
Is red wine?
Yes.
I thought it was blood.
No, it appears to be red wine.
Didn't that other
It's
place?
red. It smelled like wine. The first tomb we were in smelled like wine.
But this.
this one doesn't.
What does it taste like?
It tastes like red wine.
Like bad red wine?
No, like red wine.
Like, do I need to mix this because it's that bad?
No, it's just regular red wine.
Okay.
But yeah, so if I go around the room outside the pentagram, anything? Searching.
Looking around, arranged on top of the sarcophagus are 12 painted wooden statuettes depicting
Sullivan into the
grunts.
pentagram.
I don't take orders.
Nang nang.
It's a suggestion.
Yeah.
It's not an order.
I mean, keep it up and I'll cast suggestion on you just to walk in there.
Why?
And there you detect the aura of illusion magic within the pentagram, but you can't pinpoint the source.
Something invisible.
And this was what, the sled god?
Grung.
Grung. Yeah.
I like the rug.
But nothing like on the walls or any of the pillars outside without, disrupting the salt.
No, there is nothing else interesting in this room other than the salt pentagram.
So it's literally we have to disturb this, fight whatever happens when we mess it up, and then open the chest. There's like no other.
Everyone
Depends on
roll a
what it
perception
is.
check.
Ew.
20 even.
24.
16.
7.
So what was it?
16.
16. You
24.
do have an advantage. Remember that.
I didn't remember that. Still 16.
Yep.
24.
24. 20.
7.
7. Kathos, you detect a creature. You hear the sound of a creature pacing around inside of the pentagram, but you can't see it. You think it might be invisible.
We need sunlight. I don't know. It's something evil's in there, and it's
Oh yeah,
pacing.
let's look at the thing.
Only a jewel can tame the frog.
It's the frog.
Is it a frog? Like, I mean, that would be weird.
I mean, this is the grung place.
This is the grung god, though. That's why it's just.
Can we toss a jewel in there? Somebody.
Wait, does it have to be a certain?
I will allow you to toss a jewel.
I don't want to toss the jewel.
I really need to get some better help.
I don't even know if I have any jewels.
We just looted a treasure room.
Yeah, it was full of gold.
Crap.
Cups, torques, and cloak pins.
I can't cast Revivify yet, so I don't have diamonds.
I lost all my gold before, right? Yeah.
Right. What would you like to do?
I mean,
You're a creature inside the pentagram pacing.
Anybody have the ability to...
so what that means we could technically target it, right?
Can we dispel magic?
We would just be at disadvantage, or
Kathos could. I mean, you could also do an AoE. That might be interesting.
Yes, destroy the circle.
good on that.
Yeah, I'm worried that a dispel magic will also dispel whatever is holding the thing inside.
It's really too bad you didn't attune to Wongo, because his advice is awesome.
Probably just to go in there, just say screw it. Just
Did you find any salt?
no.
Could you guide the bat where you think it is and have the bat breathe without such that we don't actually hit the floor? Because the bat, it does have Dragon's Breath active.
How big is Dragon's Breath?
15-foot cone.
You could stand right outside of it, but that'd be the same as...
Yeah, I guess I could point and tell it where to aim, but it might not hit still, because...
But I just want to see if it does like a static charge to where then the rest of us like, oh, there's a shape there. We now have a target.
It'll
Do you have,
move.
do you have Fairy Fire?
No, I wish.
Why would you have such a useful spell as Fairy Fire?
Because my class doesn't allow me to.
I don't have it.
You don't have a bard in the group.
I'm pretty sure you can take it as a sorcerer.
There's,
So you're gonna do the Dragon Breath thing?
yeah. But I want to try not to disturb the salt, but that's gonna
No,
be
yeah, you can fly over it.
Okay.
Okay, when you enter the circle.
It still activates? Sweet.
Yep.
Yeah, ooh. Clay sled. Nice.
It's not supposed to show the name.
No, I know what the icon is.
Oh.
Sorry.
It also isn't supposed to show the name. I don't know why it's not doing that.
Oh, is it? Where? Oh, in
It's
the
supposed to
combat.
be hidden. It's supposed to say unidentified creature, but
Well, to be fair, I saw
you can roll for
Oh.
initiative, I guess. As a
Jewel.
slod, a gray slod, which by the way looks.
and I assume it
kinda-
has a jewel in it, which is
Probably doesn't.
or does not. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Looks like that. It kind of looks like a frog.
Oh, I love him.
Oh, he is cool.
So we need to control gem.
There is not a gem on him.
Yeah.
Does he need a
He needs a control gem. We don't have one.
And you get the sense that you may have just broken the circle
Okay, cool.
by entering it.
Yeah.
Maurice.
Oh. 21.
All right, Sullivan.
Nice hand.
Meepo.
gem? 19.
Kathos.
6.
All right. We'll leave that there for now. Maurice.
Throw a gem at it.
It needs to be a control gem.
Anything can be controlled. Gem, probably.
Do I know what this thing is? It just looks like a frog creature. I probably don't know what it
roll
is.
an Arcana.
Yeah. 11.
Yeah, weird, strange. You heard of slods, but you're not familiar with them. They're not from this plane. They're planar creatures. They're kind of like a frog creature thing.
I've used most of my stuff, so I will put my Hexblade's Curse on it, and then I'll Eldritch Blast it from where I am.
Okay.
And that is a 13 and a 23.
All right. The 23 hits.
So I only add my proficiency bonus. 7 force damage.
All right.
And I'm just gonna stay where I am.
Okay. Gray slod sort of roars in a ribbity way and charges at Maurice. Oh, by the way, it has a great sword.
But it's a what?
It has a great sword.
A great sword, okay.
Yeah, you know better than a good sword.
Yup. Oh, you know what? Actually, it
That was
doesn't do
an
that.
awesome sword.
It doesn't need to move up to do its damage.
Oh.
Not the only creature that can do a fireball.
That's nice. So is it doing fireball?
It's doing a fireball.
Counterspell.
Okay, then. And then it roars at you instead. Sullivan.
Do one back.
No. In case it can fireball us more than once, I'm gonna save that.
No,
You also notice the damage you dealt it seems to have stitched back together.
Yep. First level.
I just know we're gonna find this gem later on.
Of course.
You can tame the frog.
Spell that.
The Slod has a gem in his forehead that you can use to control it.
But he doesn't.
He doesn't have the gem, so it's somewhere else.
I'm going to
So if we had it, we could
use
tame the frog.
Chaos Bolt as a bonus action using sorcery points, and then I'm going to Eldritch Blast it.
Okay.
The gem in the wine. That's the only other thing in.
So, yeah, 17.
There's some secret rooms we haven't found.
23 to hit for the Chaos Bolt.
23 hits.
People's interpretation would be, let's throw a gem at it.
Right.
Right.
Just throw diamonds at it.
I don't have any money
It'll
though,
go
so
away. Right, we know.
if I
No,
got,
technically, if you had any valuables that were not metal, you should still have them.
I feel like it wasn't established. It was because I guess we're just keeping track as gold. So
Yeah, I know.
It's going to be 27 points of Psychic. And then the 2 Eldritch Blast.
It doesn't matter what damage type. How much psychic?
27.
Nice.
And then over 20 for both Eldritch Blast.
That's good.
Ready to
10s.
10. Can't tell if that's a 6 or a 9.
Usually there's a line.
It also looks like all the numbers are upright that way.
Okay, so it's a 9, so 19, 24 plus 29 points of force damage.
Okay. Peepo.
I'm gonna run in and hit it.
You have a 5 modifier?
Okay.
Yes.
Go for it.
That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
Fighting stuff like trolls and stuff. Do we think that we need to burn this, or is it regeneration? There's no way to stop it.
Roll an Arcana.
25 to hit
That hits.
for 8 damage.
All right.
17.
You've heard of Slods. They're extraplanar creatures. They do have regeneration, and it's not like a troll.
Okay, so cold touch would be the only way.
Yeah.
Chill touch.
Does 16 hit?
Pretty useful cantrip.
No.
Okay.
Counters it with his greatsword.
Ching.
Kathos.
Eldritch Blast. Over 20?
Yep.
Both? 14?
Okay. Anything else?
Nope.
Maurice.
I will. I'll stand on the opposite side of where Peebo is, the back catty corner, to the northeast.
Right there.
Yeah, and I'll attack him with my mace.
Okay.
Yay! So that's a.
Are you raging?
Nope.
Okay. And you didn't reckless?
25 and a 19.
What kind of barbarian are you?
25 and an 18, I'm sorry.
Both hit.
I'm a barbarian possessed by someone who thinks I am very superior.
This is a
and I
magic
don't need that
weapon?
right now. It's only one enemy.
It's a slog.
It's an injured slod.
Is it? Because it hasn't even changed colors yet. Or no, you're looking at that.
Yeah, he has a little blood spurt on him.
Yep.
Get 5 plus 5 is 16 bludgeoning.
All right. On his turn, his wounds stitch up. Oop, I didn't click it. There we go. So some of his wounds stitch up.
Only some of them.
Some of them. It's only 10. And he is going to bite at Peepo.
Go ahead and try.
20?
You know, that does succeed.
It does? Okay.
Yeah.
For 9 points of piercing damage, magic piercing. And then he has a great sword. He'll attack once on Peepo. Yeah, the touchscreen isn't working. That button. He crits on you. 19 points of magical slashing. And then he's going to attack Maurice. 19 on the die. 26 to hit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Almost a crit. For 11. Sullivan.
I will do what I did last turn. 18. To hit.
That hits. That is his AC.
Which is just going to be... It's going to be 17 points of force.
All right. 17.
And then 2 Eldritch Blast. 1 misses.
Yeah, AC 18.
Yeah, they both miss.
Oh. Peepo.
Yeah, I don't know the rules or anything. I'm gonna tell you guys, you need to hit him harder. I'm gonna try it.
How about you actually hit him?
And then I miss.
And then you miss?
Hit him harder.
Or you weren't recklessing? Okay.
No, it wasn't.
Kathos.
You
Oh,
know
wait,
you
I
get
guess
to...
one attack.
Oh, you do get 2 attacks. Sorry.
Yeah.
I just assumed you were giving up after that.
She should have.
This is why you reckless, even if you're not raging.
If you had been recklessing, then you would have rolled snake eyes, and we would have all laughed, and then you probably would have hit.
Yep.
You have rage?
Well, no, I'm not worried about rage. You could have reckless.
Do you even rage, bro?
That's essentially what I'm asking.
Kathos.
Eldritch Blast, both miss, because you said 18.
Yes. Maurice.
I'm getting beat up here, people.
Looking hurt. He should actually be on damage level 2 now. Yeah, he's heavily damaged now.
I'll hit him with my beat stick again.
All right. That sounds dirty.
Beat stick.
Nope, no hits.
Our dice betrayed us.
All right. He's just going to do the thing again with the biting and the greatsword stabbing. He's going to bite at Maurice. 15, missing. And then attacking with the greatsword. 16 misses. And then greatsword on Peepo. 15 missing.
Very consistent.
Everyone has
very consistent slot.
Everyone
Very
has
good.
terrible dice right now.
Everybody's missing.
Where did the music go? Oh, it's just not combat.
That's a crit.
Nice.
And the other one's over 20. To add for the crit. 15, so 15 force for the plus 7, so 24 in total force.
If he hadn't regened, he would have been dead.
Aw.
He is not dead. He's very hurt, though.
That means people were reckless and then them.
Yeah.
Reckless. I mean, Peepo. Your name is not Reckless.
My
Good name for a
name could be
barbarian,
reckless
though.
right now.
You're Recklessing?
Yes. I crit.
See?
Woohoo!
You're only a half orc. The dream.
14 damage.
Did you add another die for the crit?
Now he's dead.
Yay.
Hooray! That's where we're gonna end because we're way over. So, thanks for joining us for another episode of Murderhobos Anonymous. We stream live every Wednesday night, 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern. I hope you have a good night. There's a perfect timing on the music there. All right, this button.